In the previous part, we discussed about the production of sound, how it travels from one part to another part and in different mediums. In this part, we'll discuss how do we hear, okay, and how our ear functions, how it helps us to hear different types of sound, okay, or whatever I am speaking right now, you all are able to listen to it, how it is happening, okay. So we know that sound are produced as waves in the air and or in any other medium, right? So if the sound is being produced with the help of wave as a wave, so let any speaker is what producing some sound or some music or some tones of any movie or whatever, then you might have observed that what the screen present in front of the speaker vibrates, right? And subsequently the air present in its surrounding also vibrates, as we discussed earlier, right? So the air close to it also starts vibrating, and in this way this air comes to our ear, or this vibration comes towards our ear, and we hear the sound. So from this up to this we know how it travels or whatever it is happening here, right? So if the sound is now at the what outermost part of the ear, that is known as the pinna, okay. So here what happens, so that the sound that comes to our pinna or the outer ear can be interpreted by our brain. Whatever you are speaking to you, like you people are understand for many languages like English or Hindi or any other your mother tongue, you people can easily understand it, okay. So for every sound or for every musical tone, you can interpret it exactly how it is happening, right? Suppose your name is let it be what Akash, okay. If someone will call Akash, you are the one to respond, right? So how can you interpret that whatever the person is calling, that sound is known as Akash? Why? That is being interpreted by our brain, and how this interpretation occurs exactly. So in this video we are going to discuss it. So let's see. First we'll discuss about the structure of the ear, and then how it works or how it helps us to listen to any sound and interpret it. So here our ear is divided into three parts, okay. This one is the outer ear, okay. The box, look at this one, and up to this, let me zoom in. Here from this part, this is what your outer ear, right? And this part up to this is middle ear, and the rest is inner ear, okay. So the pinna, or the part that where mostly our mothers, fathers or teachers twist, this part is known as the pinna, and it receives all the sound waves from the atmosphere, from the surrounding, okay. And this is known as ear, this ear canal is also known as auditory canal, and it channelize the sound, okay. No, now this is a this what eardrum, this is known as eardrum, just like your a membrane of a drum, okay, that we play during our musical festivals or Independence Day or Republic Day, like that, that drum, just like the membrane of the drum, here is the eardrum, okay. Next, and this eardrum is the entry point of what, entry point of the middle ear. Okay, here you can see there are some bones. These are what? These are the bones, and these three makes the middle ear, and these are the tiniest bones in the body of a human being, right? These three are the tiniest bone. Okay, and their name is really very pretty. Okay, their name is what? The large one here, the large one is what? Malleus. Okay, and the middle one here, this one is the incus. Okay, and here the smallest one, this one is known as stapes. Okay, this one is stapes. Okay, so these are the three tiniest bone, and out of these three, this stapes is the smallest bone in the human body. Okay, just note it down, huh? So the three bone are of the middle ear are malleus, incus, and stapes. Remember this one. Then next come to the inner ear. The inner ear, here you may observe these three. There are three what? Semicircular rings or tubes. They are known as seminal vesicles. These are what? Seminal vesicles. So they doesn't actually involve any role in hearing. So their function is to balance when we are dancing or walking or whatever we are doing, right? So they are not involved in the process of hearing, so we are not going detail into it. Next, this part, this circular part, or you can see this jalebi like part, is known as cochlea. Okay, and this has a very important role in hearing the sound. Okay, so this is the structure, and these are the nerves or auditory nerve. After the electrical signal is produced, the sound or the electrical message or signal goes to directly to the brain via this auditory nerve. Okay, so this is all about the structure of the human ear. Now let's see how they works. Okay, so here first of all, the sound waves comes to the outer ear, or you can say pinna, and the pinna is the part that receives the sound waves, and it channelizes the sound wave into the what? Ear canal, or you can say auditory canal. Okay, so after the sound wave enters to the auditory canal, there is the eardrum, and obviously, as you know, the eardrum will start vibrating. Okay, the eardrum will start vibrating, and so up to this is the function of the outer ear. Now come to the function of middle ear. Yes, here you can see the three bones. The bones, what? The malleus, incus, and the stapes are attached to each other, and you may look at this point. The malleus is attached to the eardrum. Okay, so as the eardrum vibrates, the malleus will also start vibrating. Subsequently, the incus will vibrate, and finally the stapes will vibrate. Okay, so this stapes will vibrate here, and this, what they do, they amplify the sound wave. Means, look, through this pinna or through this auditory canal, whatever the amount of sound wave comes to our ear is not enough to make it audible. Okay, so the sound is very low, actually the vibration is very low. Okay, so the function of this is, these bones are to amplify the vibration. How they amplify? Just have a look. Look at this. Look at the surface area of the stapes here and the eardrum. Okay, look, whatever the amount of vibration produced by the eardrum is transmitting to the stapes, And look here, the surface area is less, so definitely, you know, if the surface area is less, the pressure will be more. Same thing happens here also in case of vibration. Okay, so the vibration is being amplified with the help of the middle ear or the bones, right? Next, so the up to now, the sound that is received by our ear is being amplified. Up to this, the sound is in the form of wave or vibration. So to interpret this vibration by our brain, it need to be converted into electrical signal or electrical message. Okay, and this occurs, or this happens with the help of the inner ear, or here we call it cochlea. Okay, so the cochlea has liquid filled in it. Okay, this cochlea contain one type of liquid. Okay, so remember this one, this part is known as what? Cochlea. Cochlea, this one, this part is known as cochlea. So how does it works? So in it there is a liquid filled here, so that liquid starts vibrating. Okay, so if suppose, you may very clearly understand that if here we are, there is a liquid filled here, if any vibration will come to this liquid will start vibrating. Okay, and this liquid present inside the cochlea converts the vibration into electrical signal. Okay, what? Electrical signal. And this electrical signal then, with the help of the auditory nerve, goes to the brain, and our brain can interpret the sound. Okay, here I would like to say one more thing, that remember about the cochlea, till now we do not know much things. The cochlea is really a mysterious part of our body. Okay, so I hope you people got the detailed idea about the structure and function of our ear. Okay, so for better understanding, you may take the screenshot from here. Okay, you can make it, note it down.